Hey there, business enthusiasts. Welcome back to Tales of Titans. Today, we've got a fascinating story that reads like a modern-day thriller, the rise and fall of the Russian oligarchs. These wealthy and powerful individuals have shaped Russia's history and economy in more ways than one. So, grab some popcorn, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into this gripping tale. Picture this, folks. It's the late 1980s. The Soviet Union is on the brink of collapse, and a group of young, ambitious men seize an opportunity. They're not part of the old guard. They're outsiders ready to seize the moment. Mikhail Khodorkovsky, Boris Berezovsky, and Vladimir Gusinsky were just a few of these budding billionaires. But how did they go from being regular folks to owning vast fortunes in just a decade and a half? Well, it turns out the transition from socialism to capitalism in Russia was lightning fast. The government decided to free prices, property, and trade before establishing proper market rules and institutions. Chaos ensued, and the oligarchs capitalized on it. Hyperinflation was rampant, and these guys mastered the art of manipulating economic imbalances. They bought low, sold high, and even borrowed rubles at absurdly low interest rates, thanks to that pesky hyperinflation. Fast forward to 1994, and privatization kicks in. The government hands out vouchers to citizens, aiming for equality, but guess what? Wealth inequality skyrocketed, and thus the first oligarchs were born. In 1996, the government was strapped for cash, so it borrowed billions from the oligarchs, using the crown jewels of Russian industry as collateral. A sweet deal, huh? They even had a name for it: loans for shares. These oligarchs supported Yeltsin's re-election bid. Boris Yeltsin's legacy was a Russia more free and entrepreneurial, but it also lacked rules. Lying, stealing, and cheating became part of daily business, and the oligarchs thrived. Let's meet some of these oligarchs, see what sector they are in and how much they are worth. Our first oligarch in the spotlight is Alisher Usmanov. Not only was he once Russia's richest man, but he also played a surprising role in the creation of Facebook. He invested nearly $900 million in Facebook before it went public in 2012. With a massive stake in Russia's second largest phone network, Megphone, and investments in giants like Apple, Twitter, and LinkedIn, Usmanov's wealth is jaw-dropping. By 2022, Usmanov had an estimated net worth of $19.5 billion and was among the world's 100 wealthiest people. Now, let's shift our focus to two brothers who went from being Vladimir Putin's judo buddies to some of Russia's wealthiest tycoons, Arkady and Boris Rotenberg. Thanks to their connections, they control state-owned enterprises and lucrative contracts, all while actively participating in the U.S. art market, even after facing sanctions. Boris has a net worth of $1.1 billion, while his brother Arkady is worth $3.5 billion. Igor Shuvalov, Russia's former deputy prime minister, claimed to be one of the cleanest officials. However, investigators unveiled his extravagant lifestyle. From secret private jets for corgis to luxury London apartments, Shuvalov's riches and contradictions are captivating. He is reported to be worth $23 million. Meet Yevgeny Prigozhin, the man who went from selling hot dogs to becoming Putin's chef. He is the mastermind behind the Internet Research Agency. This oligarch influenced both Russia's Crimea invasion, and now he's on FBI's most wanted list and under sanctions. Prigozhin's primary source of revenue was generated from a network of companies, along with his Concord management and consulting firm. He received hundreds of millions in government contracts for feeding school children and government workers. And in 2012, he received a contract to supply meals to the Russian military worth $1.2 billion over 1 year. He is worth an estimated $1 billion. Sergei Shemazov's journey from KGB officer to the CEO of Russia's state-owned defense giant, Rostec, is a story of power and wealth. Despite his claims of not accumulating wealth, investigative reports suggest otherwise. Shell companies and luxurious assets paint a different picture. As of January 9, 2023, Sergei Chemezov's net worth is estimated to be $5 million. Chemezov is the CEO of Rostec Corporation, chairman of the Union of Russian Mechanical Engineers, and a lieutenant general. His stepdaughter, Ekaterina Chemezov, is the beneficiary of a group of offshore companies with assets worth hundreds of millions of dollars, a super yacht, and businesses in European countries. These assets have been estimated to add up to $400 million, with Valerie alone worth $140 million at the time of its purchase. Chemezov owns the Valerie mega yacht indirectly as one of the assets belonging to his stepdaughter. Ekaterina also owned 5.1% of the oil and gas company Itera through Elsamex, which she bought in 2006 from the Trioka Dialogue Investment Bank. Vladimir Potanin, reportedly Russia's second richest man, is a banker, metals mining tycoon, and former deputy prime minister. He's known for his connections in American arts. From the Guggenheim Museum to the Kennedy Center, Potanin's influence in the art world is astonishing. But his wealth doesn't stop there. He is worth $35 billion and is one of the richest people in Russia. Leonid Mikhelsin, Russia's richest man in 2016, is the founder of Novatek, which produces much of Europe's natural gas, is a close friend of Putin, and a sponsor of major art institutions. Mikhelsen's art collection and extravagant assets are only part of the story. The Panama Papers revealed intriguing secrets about his private jet. They showed he had a private jet secretly registered in the United States, and he did it with the help of Bank of Utah, located in Ogden. He is reported to be the fourth richest oligarch with a net worth of $21.6 billion. Let's talk about two partners in business, Peter Avin and Mikhail Friedman. Their involvement with Alpha Group and global investments have made them billionaires. The group has interests in banking, telecommunication, oil and gas, and utilities. While Avin is known for his classical Russian art collection, Friedman's investments extend into technology and U.S. politics. Avin is worth a reported $4.2 billion, while Mikhail is worth $11.2 billion. But then, Vladimir Putin took office and made it clear he wouldn't tolerate political challenges from the oligarchs. He squeezed some out of Russia and created a personalized autocracy. Putin's reign saw the rise of a powerful security service, the FSB, which he used to enforce his will. Opposition figures faced threats, imprisonment, or even death. Alexei Navalny, a prominent opposition figure, survived a poisoning attempt and was later jailed on trumped-up charges. Western sanctions targeted most of the wealthiest oligarchs around Putin. As a result of these sanctions, the oligarchs faced difficult times. Their assets were seized, and they were no longer welcome in the West. These former harbingers of a new era now found themselves on the wrong side of history. Their luxury yachts, jets, and mansions all gone. But old Vlad is doing just fine with an estimated net worth of $70 billion. However, many experts speculate that his actual wealth could be much higher, possibly making him the richest person in the world, surpassing even Elon Musk with around $200 billion. And there you have it, the thrilling rise and fall of the Russian oligarchs. From seizing opportunities in a chaotic transition to facing the consequences of their actions, it's a story that keeps evolving. So, if you enjoyed this roller coaster ride through business history, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting stories right here, Tales of Titans. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.